Hey guys, you're back with your boy Dunky for another movie reaction, and today I'm gonna do 12 Angry Men. All I know about it is lots of other people have been reacting to it, and so I'm assuming it's pretty good. And 12 Angry Men, I guess it's about a jury in a court case. I don't know what the case is about. I don't know who's starring in this movie. I don't know anything about it except I think it's about a jury, right? All right, let's jump in. Where? Where are they? Are they really, really little? Henry Fonda. Gee, it looks hot. Bloody hell, the fan doesn't even work. This is pretty good, so we're going to learn about the whole case from the jury room instead of in the courtroom. That's a pretty good idea.
I happen to have tickets to that ball game tonight. Yanks in Cleveland.
Pretty
Yeah, we got
pumped
this
for
kid
this.
Majaluski in there. You a Yankee fan? No. Baltimore.
Now, all those voting guilty, please raise your hands. 3, 4, 5,
It's
6,
only one-
7,
Only
8,
one
9,
person
10, 11.
is voting not
Okay, that's
guilty.
11 guilty.
We heard the facts, didn't we? You're not going to tell me that we're supposed to believe this kid, knowing
I
what
haven't
he
heard
is?
the facts
Listen,
yet.
I've lived among them all my life.
I just think he's guilty. I mean, nobody proved otherwise.
Nobody has to prove otherwise. The burden of proof's on the prosecution.
Yeah.
The defendant doesn't even have to open his mouth.
Second later, he heard a body hit the floor. Ran to the door, opened it up, saw the kid running down the stairs and out of the house.
You finished?
He saw the kid run down the stairs
It was
or a
obvious to me,
kid?
anyway, that the boy's entire story was flimsy.
She was the one who actually saw the killing.
Now, fellas, please, let's go in order here, huh?
Just a
He
minute.
saw it.
He's a woman.
You don't believe the boy's story. How come you believe the woman's? She's one of them, too, isn't she?
You're a pretty smart fella, aren't you?
The racist bastard, eh? Where do I know him from?
How about the next gentleman?
Oh.
Is he in, like, Law and Order?
I can't see 2 slaps in the face provoking him into committing murder.
It may have been too many. Everyone
Yeah,
has a
true.
breaking point.
True.
When he was 15, he was at reform school. He stole a car. He's been arrested for mugging.
It's what you do when you're
He got
50.
twice for knife.
It's these kids, the way they are nowadays.
This head.
When I was a kid, I used to call my father Sir.
No.
That's right. When he was 9 years old, he ran away from a fight. I saw it. I was so embarrassed, I almost threw up.
This guy's a
Said,
dick.
I'm going to make a man out of you if I have to break you in 2 trying.
Oh, here, you try.
No, nobody wants to change. You're doing a beautiful job. Sit down.
Yeah, you're doing great. Just great, fella.
This is awesome,
Stand there and
man.
pitch, you know?
There are a lot of questions I'd like to ask. I don't know, maybe they wouldn't have meant anything, but I
Of
began
course.
to get the feeling that the defense counsel wasn't conducting a thorough enough cross-examination.
What are you trying to say? Those people sat on the stand under oath.
They're only people. People make mistakes. Could they be wrong?
Well,
The
no, I
woman
don't
saw
think so.
through
You
the
know
L
so.
train. Moving
Come on,
L
nobody can
train.
know a thing like that.
The knife this fine, upright boy admitted buying the night of the killing.
He bought the knife
Did you
the
bring us the
night of
knife?
the murder.
He talked with his friends for about an hour, leaving them at 9:45.
Friends.
They identified the death weapon in court. No one at the theater identified him. He couldn't even remember the names of the pictures he saw.
That is pretty weird.
Take a look at this knife. It's a very unusual knife.
Where did that come
Oh, what?
It's the same knife.
You know, it's interesting that he'd find a knife exactly like the one the boy bought.
They're all such interesting characters. I reckon it's going to be 2 not guilty.
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 Not guilty.
What made you change your vote?
He didn't change his vote. I did.
Oh,
I
fine.
knew it.
Would you like me to tell you why?
No,
Yes,
I would like
please.
you to tell me why.
Do we have to listen to this?
The man wants to talk.
Yes, you do.
Thank you.
That knife thing's pretty.
You know, in advertising.
It's a pretty
I told
big
you I work in
move.
an agency. What do you do?
I'm a watchmaker.
Well, I imagine the finest watchmakers in the world come from
Dr.
you.
Manhattan.
Here's an idea. Let's run it up the flagpole and see if anyone salutes it. I mean, it's idiotic.
I
Dude, that guy's
got a little
pretty boring.
excited back there.
The women on the jury. What's up with that?
I made 27 grand last year selling marmalade. That's not bad. I mean, you know, considering marmalade.
I don't like marmalade.
Nice bunch of guys, huh?
Oh, they're about the same as anyone else.
Is this
Oh,
based
you
on a
want murder
play?
today.
This would be a great play.
You think we'll be much longer? Should have been done already. Oh, I don't mind, you know. Beats working.
I'd like to be on a jury.
Supposing you talk us all out of this and kid really did knife his father, huh?
He's an architect.
Ready? Sorry, Blue Eyes. Yeah.
Okay,
Hey.
fellas, let's take our seats. She said she saw the killing through the windows of a moving elevated train. She remembered the most insignificant details. I don't see how you can argue with
I
that.
didn't know an L train
Does
just means an
anybody here
elevated
any
train.
idea how long
I
it
learned
would take
something.
an
Wait, pay attention, motherfucker.
This isn't a game. How long it takes an elevator train going at medium speed to pass a given point?
I don't know, maybe 10, 12 seconds?
I think that's a pretty
What
good
I
guess.
said.
Anyone else?
I would have said
Come
30
on, what's the
seconds.
guessing
How many
game?
carriages?
What do you say? I lived in a second-floor apartment near the L line once. When the
So
window
it was
is open, the
passing,
train goes by.
and
The
that's
noise
when
is
he
almost
heard.
unbearable. You can hardly hear yourself think.
All right.
Let's take two pieces of testimony and try to put them together.
Yeah, how did they hear
First,
the voice as the train's going
The old man
past?
in the apartment downstairs.
You're talking about a matter of seconds. Nobody can be that accurate.
Well, I think testimony that could put a boy into the electric chair should be that accurate.
Something I don't think he could have heard it.
Why should he lie? What's he got to gain?
Attention, maybe.
Why don't you send him into a paper? They pay $3 a piece.
What are
Why
you
they,
talking to him like
the
that
old
for?
guy, they always have the camera right in his
Guy
face.
talks like that to him. If you say stuff like that to him again, I'm gonna lay you out.
Oh, mate. Oh.
What are you trying to do? Tell us you lied just so we could be important once?
No. He wouldn't really lie, but perhaps he made himself believe
Convinced
he heard
himself.
those words and recognized the boy's face.
How can you make up a thing like that? What do you know about it?
So I am that man. He understands him because
Does
he
anybody
is
want a
him.
cough drop?
I'll have a cough drop.
You can say what you like.
This phrase, how many times have all of us used it? Probably thousands. I could kill you for that, darling.
Don't tell me you didn't mean it. Anybody says a thing like that the way he said it, they mean it.
He's a common ignorant slob. He don't even speak good English.
No.
Doesn't even speak good English.
Yeah.
Look, lawyers aren't infallible, you know. Baltimore, please, huh?
He was
Huh?
court appointed.
What's
Baltimore.
that supposed to
Well,
mean?
it could mean a lot of things.
Chill out,
I mean,
mate.
he didn't want the case, or he resented being appointed.
If he knew the knife could be identified, why did he leave it there in the first place?
Well, I think we can assume
With
the boy
panic.
ran out in a state of panic after having just killed his father.
He would have had to be calm enough to see to it that there were no fingerprints left on the knife. Where did it end?
Yeah.
Look, you voted guilty. What side are you on?
I don't believe I have to be loyal to one side or the other. I'm simply asking questions.
Yep.
Well, this is
Good
just
on
off the
him.
top of my head. Well, if I were the boy and I'd done the stabbing and everything, I'd take a chance and go back for the knife.
But
I'll
what?
bet
He
he'd figure out
wiped
he'd
his
find the body
prints
the next
off.
day.
I never saw so much time spent on nothing.
It only takes a second.
Okay, I guess the
Like a
fastest
John
way to
Grisham
find
book.
out who's voting
Runaway jury,
All those
yeah.
voting not guilty, please raise your hands.
I mean, what's the point of the whole thing?
hold on a second.
Yeah, oh, and the Baltimore Rooter returns from again now. And
Oh,
Pop
settle
ups the floor of
down.
the base hits wherever we
Hold on a
look.
second, now look. I don't remember what he said, but I don't see how he could have run to the door.
He said he went from his bedroom to the front door. Nonsense.
He had a
Where
bit
the
of a
body was
limp.
found.
He was very positive about it.
He was an old man. Half the time he was confused. How could he be positive about anything?
I don't see what you're going to prove
This is
here. The
so
man
good,
said he
man.
saw the boy running out.
Well, all right, here's the apartment where the killing took place. The old man's apartment was directly beneath and exactly the same.
Come on, speed it up. He walked twice as fast as that.
If you want me to walk faster than that, I will.
And back. Gotta open the chain.
Lock, door, stop.
41 seconds.
Here's what I think happened.
You all know he's guilty. He's got to burn. You're letting him slip through our fingers.
Slip through our fingers? Are you his executioner?
I'm one of them.
Guy's an
Perhaps you'd like to pull
asshole.
the switch. You're a sadist.
Kill him, Art.
You don't really mean
Oh,
you'll
kill
kill
him.
do you?
Yeah. I'll kill him.
Anything wrong, gentlemen? I heard some noise.
Oh, no, everything's all right.
Oh, this is top notch, man. I love
What are you
this.
looking at?
Oh, I love the characters. Everyone's so different and they're all working through it with their own personalities.
I beg pardon.
I beg pardon. What are you so polite about?
For the same reason you're not. It's the way it was brought up.
I mean, I haven't given it much thought, but let's throw it out on the stoop and see if the cat licks it up.
The cat licks it up.
Yeah.
What?
If the boy.
Number 6.
Not guilty.
Number 7.
Yeah, it looks hot.
Guilty.
Number 12. Number 12.
Guilty.
He's off. La La Land, that guy. But he said he was
Focus
going to
now,
throw
6 and 6.
something out.
Yeah.
See if the cat licks
we
it up,
go
but he
into
didn't say what it
extra
was.
innings here, huh?
It's a kid like that.
I don't think
Like
the kind
what?
of boy he is has anything to do with it. I'd like to be a few years younger. That man gets on my...
Get him a drink.
Hot in here, isn't it, huh?
Want a drink of water?
No, no, thanks.
It's gonna rain.
How'd you
Ugh,
figure that out, killer?
killer. What was the advertising guy going to say? Is he going to say, get back to it? Well, the game's probably not happening, mate.
We had this kid Slattery. He was an ox. I wish I had another one just like him. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm the
Is he
assistant
coach?
head coach at the Andrew J. McCorkle High School. Yeah, that's not...
The game's not happening, brother.
Any of you guys ever go to the garden?
That's a damn stupid thing to do.
Come on, we're home. Nobody's going to change his vote. Let's take it inside. You still don't think there's room
Keep
for
saying no one's going to
Oh,
change
I
their
know.
vote, but people do.
Boy, how do you like this guy? I'm telling you, they're all alike. They come over here running for their life, and before they can take a deep breath, they're telling us how to run the show, huh?
An important point for the prosecution was the fact that after the boy claimed he'd been at the movies
He
during the
couldn't
hours
remember.
the killing took place, couldn't remember the names of the movies or the stars who appeared in them. According to the police testimony in court, the boy was questioned by the detectives in the kitchen of his apartment, while the body of his father was lying on the floor in the bedroom.
Mm.
You think you could remember details under those circumstances?
It's a very inexpensive second feature with unknown.
And you weren't under an emotional stress, were you?
Sweating now.
No.
Oh, the boy is guilty, period. Know what I mean, my friend? He's got those cough drops.
They're all gone, my friend.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, look at that rain. There goes your ball game.
Why does he look so familiar? The ad guy.
Besides, you got the infield covered.
There was this whole business about the stab wound and how it was made. The downward angle of it, you know.
Don't tell me we're going to start with that again. They've been over it and over it.
Well,
What's it all about?
Did you ever see a knife fight?
No.
You? No? Anybody here ever
Why is
see
he
a knife
stabbing
fight?
like that?
Oh, I have. He never used it like this. See, you lose too much time switching hands. Here's how. Underhanded. I feel he'd have gone for him underhanded.
How do you know? Were you in the room when the father was killed?
No. Neither was anybody else.
I don't know about the rest of them, but I'm getting a little tired of this yakety-yakking back and forth. It's getting us nowhere. So I guess I'll have to break it up. I changed my vote to not guilty.
Oh.
You what? You heard me. I had enough.
And now you've changed your vote because you say you're sick of all the talking here?
Now, listen, buddy.
Who tells you that you have the right to play like this with a man's life?
Okay, all those voting not guilty, raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Whoa. 9-3.
All those voting guilty? 1, 2, 3.
The two old
Votes
bastards
9-3 in favor of acquittal.
and that cold motherfucker.
I don't understand you people. Look, you know how these people lie? It's
Oh,
born in them.
God.
I mean, what the heck? I don't have to tell you. Well, nobody's blaming them for it. That's the way they are, by nature. You know what I mean?
This
Why?
guy, man.
Where are you going? Human life
Away
don't
from
mean
you.
as much to them as it does to us. Sure, there's some good things about them, too. Look, I'm the first one to say that. I've known a couple who were
I
okay, but
bet.
that's the exception, you know what I mean? They're no good. There's not a one of them who's any good.
Oh, what happened to knowing a couple of good ones?
I'm speaking my piece, and you... Well, don't you know about them?
No one wants to hear your bullshit, man.
There's a danger here. Listen.
Even the other assholes.
Listen.
Now sit down and don't open your mouth again.
Oh man, there has to be a. I want to see this as a play or be in it. That would be so good.
9 of us now seem to feel that the defendant is innocent.
Not so much
He
innocent
may
as
be
not
trying to let a
guilty.
guilty man go free. I don't know.
The fact that she described the stabbing by saying she saw the boy raise his arm over his head and stab down into the father's chest. She got a good look at the boy in the act of stabbing his father. How about you?
So much evidence to sift. This is a pretty complicated.
Why does he look so familiar?
Frankly, I don't see how you can vote for acquittal.
The woman who testified that she saw the killing had those same marks on the sides of her nose. I didn't think of it then, but
I wouldn't have.
I've been going over her face.
Well, so what? What do you think that means?
Listen, I'm getting so sick of your yelling here.
Come on, forget it. Cut it.
These guys
Listen, he's right. I saw
fights
them
for
too.
justice.
I was the closest one to her. She had these things in the side of her nose. What do you...
No, they couldn't.
changed his mind.
Well, what about the lawyer? Why didn't he say something?
There
Because
are
he's a
12
shit
people in
lawyer.
here concentrating on this case.
Well, when she saw this kid killing his father, she was in the house alone.
Do you
In
wear
bed.
glasses when you go to bed?
No, I don't. No one wears eyeglasses to bed.
It's logical to assume that she wasn't
I do
wearing them when she was in
sometimes.
bed, tossing and turning, trying to fall asleep. It's not possible.
No, it's not possible.
Is it possible?
Not guilty.
He does flip flop.
You think he's guilty?
I think he's guilty.
This guy's had his whole bloody
You?
earth shaken. His worldview.
I'm convinced. Not guilty.
What's the matter with you?
Now it's
I have a
11 verse
reasonable doubt
1.
now.
11 to 1. Well, what about all the other evidence? What about the whole business?
Well, you said we could throw out all the other evidence.
Yeah.
Well, what do you want? I say he's guilty.
I want to
Why?
hear your arguments.
I gave you my arguments.
We're not convinced. I
Oh,
want to hear
this is
them again.
awesome.
The old man who lived there and heard everything.
As the L train went past.
Oh, and what about hearing the kid yell? Huh? I'm telling you, I've got all the facts here. Here. Well, that's it. That's the whole case.
Picture of his son.
I'm entitled to my opinion. Rotten kids. No.
This guy's. He's.
Not guilty. Not guilty.
He's got a lot of pain inside. That was quite. I was getting a bit teary there. Oh, I'm gonna love editing this, just being able to go through it all again. So good. Sorry, I just didn't talk that much, so probably not very interesting reaction, but I loved it so much.
What's your name?
Davis.
My name's McCardle. Well, so long.
So long.
Oh man, my mum would love this. There's that last one. Yeah. They were all excellent. He was excellent. They all did such a good job. Wow. Robert Webber looks so familiar. Oh my God. Wow, I knew it was going to be a good movie, but I didn't think it would be that good. Wow, that was brilliant. Oh man, that must have been based on a play, surely. That must be a play, every few years that must show locally as a play. I want to go and see it. I want to act in it. I don't care which guy I would be. Henry Fonda was a better lawyer than the actual lawyer. And it's so good having it all instead of set in the courtroom, just having it all set in the jury room. Oh, I just that was so good. Some of the camera shots though, especially with the old guy, it would always just go bang straight in his face all the time. I was like, whoa. But man, that was so good. And that last guy that was saying, that ripped up the photo of his son. Like, he just had his whole worldview shaken. I hope he goes and talks to his son now. That was brilliant. That was brilliant. Thanks, guys, for joining me. Oh, I love it. I've been watching some really good movies on the channel lately. You know, some in different genres, really good. Ah, yeah. So I'm not sure what the next movie's going to be, but I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be an animated movie because I haven't watched an animated movie yet. So yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you at the next movie. Peace out. Yo.